And I'll show you something kind of cool over here. So eventually it'll turn into sand, okay? Let's see here. See, all this is the same. See that? That's just stuff that's been buried and has just deteriorated. But you see, this is all wood when you get up close. Hey, it's all wood. And if you understand how the tree breaks down, it makes perfect sense. But if you see, this stuff will eventually turn to sand when it weathers enough. All this turns to sand. See? It just turns to sand. But this is all wood. All this. Okay, but it's the whole side that's been buried and wet. That's all it is. But you're going to see a lot of this, just the way the tree breaks down. It's really...
So this is how I find all my gold. I find bedrock shelves like these full of clay soil in old rivers. And then I start working on them until they look like this. We wash all that dirt down. We collect it. We run it through a sluice. And then we find our gold. So this is how I find all my gold. I find bedrock shelves like these full of clay soil in old rivers. And then I start working on them until they look like this. We wash all that dirt down. We collect it. We run it through a sluice. And then we find our gold.
Let me show you here, okay? So here's a set of rings that is recognizable, okay? You see that? Here, get a better overview. Okay, all this is the same. This could be a massive branch that's hundreds of feet in diameter that's found. But this is not damaged, okay? This is recognizable, okay? And then you come over here on this side and you see that they're all busted up and they're not in perfect line like this. And rings aren't always in perfect line like this. But you see when they get busted up, what they look like, okay? And I'll show you from a side view. All that is right here that's all busted up. And all these pieces you see here are all ones used to look like that with the rings of the tree. Okay, is it making sense now? And they always split like that, okay? Vertically and horizontally. But I don't mean to repeat myself, but you see this here is recognizable and this here is not, okay? The rings are busted. And you'll see this in many examples. Things that aren't recognizable. But when you see things like this, you know what it is when you see all this. Just all this trash and broken up rock. Okay?
by the second spillway, which poured down from there with a lot of force. I saw a fish in that hole there splashing around, so yeah, still fishing here. And a lot of dead fish too. Okay. Look at these rock layers. I don't know what they're called, strata, whatever they are, but really quite interesting patterns on the rocks. The main canyon here. That's one coming off the side, and there's another one coming off the other side. But the grooves that have been cut out of this are quite deep, 20 to 30 feet. Right, not far from the top, but there's deep grooves that have been cut out of here. Amazing. I say cut, ripped by the water. Just incredible. I'll get up there somehow. Ah, some more fish. Oh, it really stinks. There's another one. And another one.
Okay, so this is just the start of a series of videos I'm going to take today. Phew. Showing you that we're in Colorado Springs, Colorado. That the Garden of the Gods, the Manitou Cliff Dwellings, and all the things like that that are in this town are all the remains of giant trees, okay? And I'm going to show you here. These are just rings of the tree. These are just remnants that are left over. I'm going to pause it while I walk up there. Okay, hold on. Okay, so remember, many things have fallen away, weathered, smooth, rounded. These trees were so giant. Okay? And you can compare this to similar type rock formations all across this earth. Okay? These are just rings, and you see here, they just fall away. So these are rings, okay? You'll understand here in a few. So all these right here, these are rings going up, and they're busted up. So much is falling away. That's where you get all these pieces, okay? I want you to look at this. All these are is busted up rings, and you'll see it everywhere in the mountains. I don't care where you're at. Okay? I should have looked close at this. Look close how the rings bust up. They're not recognizable for most people, but you will understand here in a minute. Okay? Okay, all that back there, you see how the tree is. There's different colors, textures, grains. Okay, and this is the sap that was in the tree. Okay, this is what the gold miners look for, whether it's tellurides or it's gold, silver. So, let me show you here, okay? So here's a set of rings that is recognizable, okay? You see that? Get a better overview. Okay, all this is the same. This could be a massive branch that's hundreds of feet in diameter in the ground. But this is not damaged, okay? This is recognizable, okay? And then you come over here on this side and you see that they're all busted up and they're not in perfect line like this. And rings aren't always in perfect line like this. But you see when they get busted up what they look like, okay? And I'll show you from a side view. All that is right here that's all busted up, and all these pieces you see here are all ones used to look like that. Okay, and then you come over here, this is the Garden of the Gods. We're going to go over in this area. All that area right there is just part of trees that snapped off and broken. So here you can clearly see, like I counted, all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the different rings. You come over here, that looks like a whole bunch of different rings, like 3 right here, but it's not. They will all be the same thickness, like you see right here. There's 3 rings right here. There's 1, 2, 3. But it looks like there's 3 here, but there's not. It's just, if you look here on the edge, you'll see there's actually 3 rings there. It's just what it does on the end for some reason, okay? There's not 3 rings there. It's 1 ring, and just on the edge of it, it splits. But I see that a lot. You just got to keep that in mind, because there could be a foot wide ring. There could be a ring that's, let me back this out a little bit. There could be a ring that's a foot thick or 18 inches thick, one ring, but it looks like there's several, but it's not, it's one ring. And you see how it does it, okay? That's actually 3 rings, but it appears it's 3 in 1, but it's not, okay? Okay, and so here's your overview, and I've already explained many times how the tree rings here, how they break off, whether it's laying upright like that, laying flat, you know, it just depends on whether it's a branch that's was sticking upright out of the ground at a 45, or it's part of the main tree structure still standing, which this is part of the tree structure still standing. And I'll also put a picture in here of something very similar to this, of what you're looking at, but in a modern day tree. I can only show you small examples. And then when you see part of the tree that's discolored like this, it's not the same. You got to remember, these things had different grains and colors in them depending on the tree. And I'm talking different grains, that not on a small scale, you know, on a giant scale. And that's all it is. It's just part of the grain, part of the different colors that are in the tree. Okay, so if this stuff was laying flat, they would try to tell you it was sediment over millions or billions of years. Okay, all these are just tree rings that are all busted up. Okay, I've covered this enough. We're gonna move on, so hold on.
Off in the beautiful mountains of Appenzell. What I did is I called Schaeffler Mountain, and it is absolutely beautiful. It reminds me of Cicada in the Italian Dolomites. And anyways, to get there, what I did is this restaurant slash lodge, and it's about $45 a night. The sunset over this beautiful Schaeffler Mountain. I mean, it was incredible. Like one of the coolest sunsets in my life. We were able to whip out the FPV drone. It's not as crowded as other areas in Switzerland, and it's just absolutely beautiful. This lodge was awesome. It is just one of the coolest places ever. If you're not staying if you're in Appenzell, you might as well. So anyways, that is it for Appenzell. Now for our second location, we're in Switzerland, to Valle Versasca. So Valle Versasca, located in the south side of Switzerland, near the town Lugano, which is just borders Italy. So you're gonna drive this little canyon and you're gonna get to Valle Versasca. And what it is, it's these 2 bridges, overhangs one of the most beautiful rivers I've ever seen. It's probably some of the clearest river water in the world. I've been there several times. I love jumping off that bridge, doing some backflips, and then I also like to go swim on Instagram, or email me on my email, and we can figure something out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. More vlogs, more cinematic edits coming soon. It's Ryan, and we will see you later.
talk about track and bedrock. Yeah.
What do you think, Anwar? Gonna be a good spot?
Trying to get a little bit ahead. That was on. That's some deep bedrock.
Here's the track, yeah. Long thought we left. We'll never leave. New York City to Atlanta, maybe. Yeah, I'm sitting pretty, but I'll leave you scarred. About to pop some bottles on the fucking boulevard. I don't need your car. Yeah, my Uber's large. Lip gloss shining, you see it from afar. Just like Michael Jackson, I'm a smooth criminal. Just like Michael Jackson, I'm a moonwalking hood. I'm hanging with the cutest crew. You know how I do. Claire, Claire too.
Yeah, that's so sad. Yeah, what do? Flowers, but it was a nice little flip that was done earlier.
Look. That's cool. Oh, there's some dirt coming out of there. Hard to see looking at this screen.
Either. Look at that piece here. There.
Alhamdulillah.
And that, and I'll show you something kind of cool over here. So eventually it'll turn into sand. Okay. Let's see here. See, all this is the same. See that? That's just stuff that's been buried and has just deteriorated. But you see, this is all wood when you get up close. Hey, it's all wood. And if you understand how the tree breaks down, it makes perfect sense. But if you see, this stuff will eventually turn to sand when it weathers enough. All this turns to sand. See? It just turns to sand. But this is all wood. All this. Okay, but it's the whole side that's been buried and wet. That's all it is. But you're going to see a lot of this, just the way the tree breaks down. It's really important.
Wow. A little bit of dirt in there.
I'm about to eat.
Oh, there's some dirt coming out of there. I bet. I told you if there was going to be gold, it would be there. Look at that piece.
Here. I made it there.
Okay, I wanted to show you one more thing. So you see a lot of this has fallen away, okay? And then you have pieces that are falling down, and you see what it does. Okay, and this is looking over the top. Same exact thing, but on a massive, giant scale. This piece right here could be 100 foot long. Okay? And when you see these really large pieces, and I'll put a picture in right here of a piece like this that's as big as an apartment building, you'll see how large the branch was for a piece that big to come off of it. So I take this piece off of here, and you see how tiny this is compared to what it came from. So if this was as large as an apartment building, you understand how large the tree or branch must have been that this came from if this is as big as an apartment building. They were enormous, and you see it. I've been showing you it, okay? Well, my battery died, but imagine you're standing on the end over there looking that way, looking this way, and all this was one branch. It just, all these pockets and pieces have just fallen away, and everything you see, like right here, it's the same thing in here, but it's buried, okay? So we'll walk right down around here. I'm going to pause it just till I get to right there for time. Actually, I'm not going to go down there. I'm going to walk right up here. Get a better bird's eye view. I'll tell you what, for those of you who know about my dog Allie and how much I loved her, that dog right there is like a reincarnation of her. I couldn't ask for a better dog to fill the feet of Allie. She was an incredible companion and an incredible dog. Hey Grace, look. She is such a good dog. Little Roxy's a good dog too. She's ornery as all hell. But look at this here. I've been all over these mountains. So I set some of these out just to show you a good example of kind of what we're seeing here. And then you see the different ledges and all the different ledges and edges, and they just continue to break down and fall apart. There's so many different designs and different kind of pieces. They just all break down. They got the ledges, and they always got gaps between them. And then pieces like this will fall off. Okay? That's all you're seeing there. So we're just going to take a little walk down this road. Not too far, because it's all the same, but I want you to take a look at what's under the ground. all this up there. We'll just keep kind of walking. I'll stop and let you look at that. Okay, we'll go walk down here a little bit. Same thing under this road, under all that grassland. It's all the same. Look at right up in here. It's just so thick everywhere. All them little pieces. And then pieces like this will fall off. Okay? That's all you're seeing there. Let me see here. Incredible. And it just goes all the way up. Okay, that's all I wanted to show on this little part. I actually just walk down the road a little bit just to show you this again. Just a little overview. It's everywhere. It's pretty incredible stuff. So this is what you see. So my daughter peeled a piece of this off. You know, it's deceiving because it's got moss and it's discolored. But when you peel a piece off, it actually looks like living wood. But that's what it originally looks like. All of this. Do the same with that. Okay, that's not the original color. I just wanted to show you a cutout of the mountain. Like, there's the grasslands up there and the mountains. And here's a cutout that they did for the road. But like I say, when you get up there and you have the grassland and stuff, but here's a cutout, you'll see it's the same thing inside. It goes down for miles, okay? Just a pile up. That's all it is. So if you were to dig underneath this grassland over there, and that's why I say most of the hills are also part of the trees. Just because you don't see anything under, on top, you start digging down or cut it out. This is what you'll have. Okay. It's just all part of the tree. Remember how they break down. Okay, I'm going to move on.